Ever wondered why some people seem perfectly fine one day and struggle to control their movements the next? Imagine a disease, a chronic one, that's as unpredictable as it is debilitating. This is the reality for those living with multiple sclerosis, often simply referred to as MS. MS is a condition that affects the central nervous system, which includes the brain and spinal cord. It's like an unwelcome guest that disrupts the smooth flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The effects are as varied as they are unpredictable, ranging from fatigue and difficulty walking to numbness or weakness in one or more limbs. What's tricky about MS is that it can be dormant one day and flaring up the next, making life a roller coaster for those affected. It's an invisible battle being fought every day by millions around the globe. So, let's dive into the world of multiple sclerosis and understand what it really is. Imagine your body's immune system turning against you, attacking the very cells it's supposed to protect. That's the harsh reality for those living with multiple sclerosis, or MS. Let's dive a little deeper to understand how this happens. At the core of MS is an abnormal response of the body's immune system. Instead of safeguarding the body, it mistakenly targets myelin. Now, myelin isn't just some random part of our bodies. It's the protective covering of nerve cells. It plays a crucial role in ensuring smooth and fast communication between our brain and the rest of our body. When the immune system attacks this protective layer, the communication channels become disrupted, much like a faulty telephone line. The messages from our brain to our body parts get scrambled or don't get through at all. This attack on the myelin is the root cause of the diverse symptoms experienced by people with MS. So, how would you recognize if someone is living with multiple sclerosis? Or even if you yourself are? Well, it's crucial to understand that symptoms can vary greatly from person to person. It's a bit like a fingerprint, unique to each individual. However, there are some common signs that many people with multiple sclerosis experience. Fatigue is often one of the first symptoms people notice. It's not just a case of feeling a bit tired after a long day. It's a persistent exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest. Difficulty walking, perhaps due to balance problems or muscle stiffness, can also be a telling sign. Numbness or tingling, often in the face, body, or limbs, is another common symptom. Some people may experience muscle spasms, often in the legs, and problems with coordination and balance could also be indicative of MS. But remember, these symptoms can also be associated with other conditions. So if you're experiencing any of these, it's important to seek medical advice. Remember, early detection can lead to better management of the disease. You might be wondering, what causes multiple sclerosis? Well, the answer is not as straightforward as you might think. Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is a bit of a medical mystery. While we don't yet fully understand its exact cause, there are several factors that seem to increase the risk. One of these is genetic predisposition. It appears that certain genes might make individuals more susceptible to developing the disease. But genes are only part of the story. Certain environmental factors also seem to play a role. For example, Mississippi is more common in countries farther from the equator, suggesting that lack of sunlight and, consequently, lower levels of vitamin D might contribute to the disease. Some viruses, like the Epstein-Barr virus, have also been linked to MS, although the connection is still under investigation. In essence, Mississippi likely results from a complex interplay of genetic, environmental, and viral factors. While we don't know the exact cause, understanding these risk factors can help in early detection and management. While there's no cure for multiple sclerosis yet, it doesn't mean that the disease is untreatable. Quite the contrary, there are numerous ways to manage the symptoms and improve the quality of life for those living with MS. The first line of attack against multiple sclerosis is typically medication. Various drugs can slow the progression of the disease, manage symptoms, and treat MS attacks. These medications can range from corticosteroids, often used to reduce inflammation during an MS flare-up, to disease-modifying therapies that can help to slow down the progression of the disease. But medication is just one part of the equation. Physical therapy also plays a crucial role in managing multiple sclerosis. A physical therapist can provide exercises that help maintain muscle strength and flexibility, improve balance and coordination, and reduce fatigue. These exercises are tailored to the individual's abilities and needs, making them an essential tool in the fight against MS. Beyond physical health, we mustn't overlook the importance of mental health support in managing multiple sclerosis. Living with a chronic disease can be mentally and emotionally taxing. It's not uncommon for individuals with MS to experience depression, anxiety, or stress. That's where mental health professionals come in, offering therapies and strategies to cope with these challenges. Lifestyle changes can also significantly impact the management of MS. Balanced nutrition, regular exercise, adequate rest, and avoidance of triggers like stress and heat can all contribute to managing symptoms and maintaining overall health. It's about creating a supportive environment for the body and mind to combat the disease. Lastly, let's not forget the power of a strong support network. Friends, family, and support groups can provide emotional assistance, practical advice, and a sense of community. They can remind those living with MS that they are not alone in their journey. With the right treatment and support, people with multiple sclerosis can lead fulfilling lives. Each person's journey with MS is unique, and so is their treatment plan. But with a comprehensive approach that includes medication, physical therapy, mental health support, lifestyle changes, and a strong support network, it's entirely possible to manage the disease and maintain a high quality of life. So, we've covered a lot about multiple sclerosis today. We've delved into its intricate nature, understood its symptoms, and explored its causes and risks. We've also touched on the treatments available and how management of this condition can greatly improve quality of life. This knowledge can empower us to better support those affected and to continue raising awareness. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to our health. So, keep learning, keep asking questions, and most importantly, keep supporting each other.